Welcome to an in-depth strategic analysis of Micron Technology, a global leader in the semiconductor industry. For over 40 years, Micron has been at the forefront of memory and storage solutions, transforming how the world uses information. Today, we focus on Micron's position within the critical memory sector, specifically DRAM and NAND. As decision makers, understanding Micron requires looking beyond the chip to the massive infrastructure of the modern digital economy. Founded in 1978 in Boise, Idaho, Micron has evolved from a startup into a Fortune 500 powerhouse. We will examine how their innovations in high-bandwidth memory and silicon engineering are positioning them as a primary beneficiary of the generative AI revolution. This presentation provides the data-driven insights necessary to evaluate Micron's long-term value proposition in an increasingly data-centric world. To understand Micron's revenue stream, we must look at its two pillars, DRAM and NAND. Dynamic Random Access Memory, or DRAM, is the high-speed workspace of any computer, and it currently accounts for approximately 70% of Micron's total revenue. On the other hand, NAND flash is the long-term storage found in SSDs and mobile devices, contributing roughly 25 to 30%. Micron has achieved a technology lead with its 1-beta DRAM node and 232-layer NAND production. This technological edge allows for higher density and lower power consumption, which are critical requirements for the next generation of mobile and enterprise hardware. By maintaining a lead in process technology, Micron aims to achieve higher margins, even in a historically cyclical market. The most significant growth driver for Micron today is high bandwidth memory, or HBM. Specifically, Micron's HBM3E is a game changer for AI training and inference. HBM3E provides the massive data throughput required by NVIDIA's H200 and Blackwell GPUs. Micron's HBM3E solution offers 30% lower power consumption than its competitors, a vital metric for data centers struggling with energy efficiency. With a bandwidth exceeding 1.2 terabytes per second, this product is effectively sold out through 2024 and much of 2025. This supply-demand imbalance provides Micron with significant pricing power and a clear runway for margin expansion as the AI server market continues its aggressive expansion. After a challenging 2023 marked by an industry-wide inventory correction, Micron's financials are on a sharp upward trajectory. In recent quarters, we have seen a dramatic pivot back to profitability. Revenue is projected to reach record levels in fiscal year 2025, driven by the shift toward high-value AI products. Analysts are closely watching the gross margin recovery, which is benefiting from a more disciplined supply environment across the industry. Micron's strategic capital expenditure is focused on greenfield fabrication plants in Idaho and New York, supported by the CHIPS Act. This long-term investment strategy ensures that Micron can meet the projected 20% annual growth in bit demand for DRAM over the next several years. The data center is now Micron's largest end market, eclipsing mobile and PC. As hyperscalers like Microsoft, Google, and Amazon build out AI clusters, the demand for high-capacity DDR5 memory and enterprise SSDs is skyrocketing. Micron's 6500 ION SSD is a prime example, offering 30.72 terabytes of storage in a form factor that significantly reduces rack space and power. In the AI era, memory capacity per server is expected to double or even triple. This secular shift provides a more stable revenue base compared to the volatile consumer electronics market. Micron's ability to provide a full suite of server solutions, from high-speed RAM to massive storage, makes them an indispensable partner for the cloud giants. Beyond the data center, the intelligent edge is a massive opportunity. Modern vehicles are becoming data centers on wheels, requiring high-performance memory for ADAS and in-cabin infotainment systems. Micron holds the #1 market share in the automotive memory sector. With the transition to Level 3 and Level 4 autonomous driving, the memory content per vehicle is projected to increase substantially. Similarly, in the industrial sector, the rise of factory automation and IoT requires ruggedized, long lifecycle memory solutions. Micron's diversified portfolio ensures that even if one sector faces a slowdown, the growth in automotive and industrial can provide a strategic buffer, stabilizing overall corporate performance. Micron's competitive advantage is rooted in its manufacturing prowess and R&D investment. They are currently the only company producing HBM3E with such high energy efficiency. The company is transitioning to extreme ultraviolet, or EUV, lithography, which allows for finer circuit patterns on silicon wafers. This transition is essential for maintaining the shrink path of DRAM. Micron's global manufacturing footprint, spanning the US, Taiwan, Japan, and Singapore, provides geographic resilience. By investing billions into R&D annually, Micron ensures it stays ahead of the Moore's Law curve. Their commitment to sustainability is also notable, with goals to achieve net zero emissions from operations by 2050, aligning with the ESG requirements of major institutional investors. Micron operates in an oligopoly, competing primarily with Samsung and SK Hynix. Together, these three players control over 90% of the global DRAM market. While Samsung is the largest by volume, Micron has recently taken the lead in process technology and power efficiency for HBM. This technological leapfrogging is common in the industry, but Micron's current execution is particularly strong. The competition is fierce, but the high barriers to entry, requiring tens of billions in capital expenditure and deep intellectual property, protect the incumbents. We are seeing a shift from a market focused on market share at all costs to one focused on profitability and supply discipline, which benefits the long-term stability of all three major players. No investment analysis is complete without addressing risks. The semiconductor industry is notoriously cyclical. Periods of oversupply can lead to rapid price declines. While AI demand is robust, a slowdown in the broader macroeconomy could impact PC and smartphone sales, which still represent a large portion of bit demand. Geopolitical tensions, particularly between the US and China, present another challenge. Micron has faced regulatory hurdles in China, previously their largest market. However, the company is successfully diversifying its revenue base and localizing manufacturing in the US to mitigate these risks. Investors must weigh these cyclical and geopolitical headwinds against the massive secular tailwinds of the AI era. In summary, Micron Technology is no longer just a commodity memory maker. It is a critical enabler of the AI revolution. With its leadership in HBM3E, its transition to EUV lithography, and a strengthening data center portfolio, Micron is positioned for significant growth. While cyclical risks remain, the increasing memory intensity of every computing device provides a strong foundation for the future. As the world moves toward more complex AI models and autonomous systems, the demand for Micron's high-performance, energy-efficient solutions will only accelerate. For strategic decision-makers, Micron represents a pure-play investment in the essential infrastructure of the digital age. Thank you for your time, and we look forward to monitoring Micron's journey as they shape the future of technology.